Have I told you lately? Hey, Big Mama. You got some good news? High courts. Let me pin something. Over the next 7 days. All right, perfect. It's pinned. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. This is going to be a next 7 day prediction for all Taurus placements. So wherever you have Taurus in your chart, some of the predictions may resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And let's see who's all here. What's up, Jess? Hi, Cairo. Big Mama in the house. I'm excited about the first of the month. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Low Battery. I appreciate you. Thank y'all so much for all the donations, y'all. I truly appreciate you. So I got a new spread and I want to try it out. So that's what we're gonna do for today and see what's manifesting, what predictions do I see for all Taurus placements over the next 7 days. We're gonna look at a little bit of everything: career, love, what your spirit team wants you to know, all that good stuff. Okay, let's see. Spirit, let's start with the current energy for Taurus. What's the current energy at this time for Taurus? What's the current energy for Taurus? All right, Taurus, I'm getting this energy that you are completely devoted to your spiritual practice. You're focused. You're not letting anything distract you right now. Three of Swords in reverse. Good. This is really good energy over the next 7 days. I don't see you dating anyone. I don't see you really connecting with anybody, making any type of agreements or exchanges. It feels like unless you really, really have to, you're kind of just sticking to your regiment. Okay. That's where you are top of the week. Today's Sunday, first day of the week. I do feel like you're going to feel extremely creative during this time. It feels like if you are doing any type of exchange, you're giving out good vibes so you can get back good vibes. All right, so you got a lot of good karma coming to you this week. I also see you being way more artistic because when your heart chakra is open, this allows you to channel your emotions into different projects that you want. So this is really good. Okay, let's see. What's at the bottom of your deck? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so even though it hasn't manifested yet, you're committed to keeping your vibration at a certain level so you can continue to attract it towards you. All right, so you're committed to your dreams, your visions, your manifestations. All right, you're not doing it for attention, gratification, other people's approval. It's a you thing. And when it's a you thing, you always gonna win. All right, so let's look at your love life. Hello, hello, welcome to the chat. Okay. So, what's happening in the next 7 days in love for Taurus? Got the Knight of Cups. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Page of Swords. The Star. And the Three of Wands. You're waiting for something better this week. You've made up your mind. Somebody here was trying to... So let me tell you, right? Because with this energy here, this could be one person. This could be one person here, or this is two different people. Disappointed in love, all of that happened for a reason. Okay? Anyone trying to trigger you, all that happened for a reason. So I feel like you're coming out of that energy of people trying to like do low vibrational things to get your attention. These are people that don't accept accountability. All of these energies are in reverse. If this is one person, this is definitely someone that plays emotional mind games to try to get you in an argument match with them. They try to deplete you by doing this type of energy, which is why I said it's very low vibrational. To change your mind about something, to get your attention, to focus on them. Hi, CJ. Good morning, Evelyn. And I feel like you are on to this person's games, their tactics. You've studied this person's moves. A lot of the moves that they're making right now, I feel like you gave them the play, because I'm hearing mimic, because this is someone that likes to mimic you. And sometimes what this person will do is they'll watch you, they'll stalk you, they will try to make you feel like they're watching you. So this person tries to tap into your intelligence. And then when you are aware that someone's tapping into your intelligence, you flip it with the Page of Swords. It's like you give them the reflection or the message that you want them to have. All right. The idea that they have in their head, you gave it to them. Somebody could be trying to flip it on you, Taurus, and give you an idea. It's like they're mimicking you, but they're trying to flip it where to convince you that you're mimicking them. Like they keep saying, no, it's not me, it's you. No, they're trying to flip the narrative. Yeah. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we have the Star and the Three of Wands. So this is someone that I'm getting that somebody don't want you reading them. Like they don't want you reading into them. They want to read you. What? Two of Wands. There's some type of decision to stay or go. Anticipating something. Someone wants you anticipating something specific. Like this is making my head hurt. Okay. So there's like I don't know what the fuck this is, but it feels like mirrors, like in a room full of mirrors. And these mirrors are being held up, and spiritually, you ever saw the movie Us? That's what it feels like. Like it's meant to make you lose your mind. Like the more you look into it, the more you get confused, and then you start to believe that it's your issue or that it's a you thing. And really, it's not. It's just an optical illusion that someone is projecting. And the idea is to get you to change directions. But I feel like there's two people that are doing this at the same time. So you got like multiple people projecting at the same time. Like an optical illusion, yes. So you are spiritually combating two energies here this week that struggle with taking accountability. Two strong energy. Like the energy is strong. It's only as strong as the confirmation that it's working. So these are people that stalk you or watch you to see if their projection, you're actually receiving it, taking it in, and acting off of it. And this is showing up in your love reading, which means they're sending these signals out. Okay? They're trying to redirect your algorithm, right? Something about get you back to an old algorithm. Now that you're in a new paradigm, you're in a new algorithm. To convince you that the only choice you have is this or that, this or this. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is a very interesting week. It's definitely giving me spell work. So if this is somebody praying for you, they would be praying that you change your mind. If this is someone doing some type of spell work, their intentions is to make you make you wonder. And once they get you back to a state of, I wonder if I'm doing the right thing, or I wonder if I'm right or wrong, that doubt is intended to manifest the next phase, which would be phase 2. And of that type of psychology, it would be where the signs that you get from your own subconscious realm would kind of like support your initial doubt. You get what I'm saying? So now everything that you see on social media, everything that you see on your phone, when you go out into the world, all your signs would only be telling you of that old paradigm. I don't know how to explain it. I see it in my mind. I could see the intentions of how it's playing out. But from your perspective, being in the decision itself, you're going to have to speak to yourself as a narrator. You're going to have to narrate your life out of this situation. Like, you wouldn't be able to just leave it up to the universe, leave it up to God. You would have to speak yourself, leave clues for yourself to find in the future to help you out of this shit. Because this feels like it's deep. It's too deep. You know what I'm saying? So you may be embarking on the gift of scrying, right? So if you're a writer, it would benefit you to start writing. Okay? Write out your thoughts. But you have to remember, now you're the narrator of your life. Because if you don't narrate your life this week, you're going to be still in a holding cell, in a waiting room, waiting for the next thing. Something is trying to keep you scared from manifesting, scared of imagining, scared of seeing a different world. It's almost like I want you to focus on on you wanting to please people or please, I don't know how to explain this. Like, I want you to focus on only wanting my attention. Somebody wants your attention, wants you to desire their attention and only their attention. I don't know who the fuck this is. They want you sitting around waiting for them to validate them. Not them. See, I'm getting confused. You're going to feel like this week. This is how you're going to feel. I'm just showing you, like, I'm going through the motions because this is going to be how you feel over the next 7 days. You're going to feel hella confused. You're going to feel like there are a lot of voices. Okay, thoughts, voices. But how do you hear your own voice? How do you know that this is the voice that you should listen to, right? You won't know unless you write it out. So you're going to have to say, speak as if it's already happening. Speak as if it's already existing. There's something that's trying to speak to you spiritually to talk you out of wielding this into your life, like a positive will, a positive, right? So you're leaving the paradigm of negative self-talk, and you're crossing over into a paradigm of positive self-talk. In order to start speaking the language of positive self-talk, positive affirmation, you have to teach yourself how to speak that life into yourself. Okay. So this week specifically, because there's a lot of spiritual warfare that I'm seeing here, you're going to need confidence. And here's where it gets tricky. Confidence requires you to speak as if you already have it. Confidence requires you to like pretend. That's what Rihanna said. Pretend. Fake it until you make it. Pretend like you already got the business. Pretend like you already have your heart's desires. And if you are a woman, this should be the easiest thing for you to do. You know why? All you have to do is pretend like you did when you were a kid and you played house or Barbies. Could nobody tell you that the way you were narrating for Ken and Barbie and all those other characters, that it wasn't really happening? Couldn't nobody make you believe that it was just a figment of your imagination? That's how much confidence you had about the storyline that you were role playing with. You're going to have to take on that same type of attitude. You're going to have to pretend like you're playing Barbies, like you're playing house. And this is in your own world this week. So I don't know who I'm speaking to, but somebody needed to hear that, to make it really childlike, very simple for you. All right. We did it very naturally as children. We forgot how to do this. Okay. We just forgot how to do that because when we became aware that somebody was watching us while we were playing, then we became self-conscious. Like, oh my God, you're watching me play. Spirit is saying, have the type of confidence where even if somebody walks in on you while you playing Barbies, even if somebody walks in while you role playing house, do it with vigor. Do it excitingly. Like, do it like, oh yeah, now I have even more, now I have an even bigger audience. And they're going to laugh at you and they're going to be like, look at that person over there. Look at Taurus talking to that damn doll. Convinced that it's real. Okay. How many of y'all have played Barbies when you were little girls? And in your older age, did you not meet somebody? Y'all never played Barbies, and like, I don't know what type of stories y'all played, but the King of Wands. For me and in my Barbie house, I always had Ken, and Ken always was leaving the next bitch for me. Okay? That was one of the many storylines, okay? You had the main Barbie character, you had Teresa, you had all them other, a whole bunch of female Barbies, but you only had one Ken. And in my Barbie world, he was a cheater. Now, don't ask me why. I'm not talking to the men yet. Y'all growth has been stunted because they didn't give y'all imagination at a young age. But women have an advantage because we've been doing this for all our lives. We just haven't figured out how it's all correlated. We grew up and we matured physically because we had less time to mature spiritually. So men got to stay in their own fantasy longer than we did because we had to go out and clean the house, take care of the responsibilities, while boys got to, leave them alone because when they get older, they're going to have to be responsible. All they did was convince us that domesticating us was our aspiration in the 3D world, detaching us from our intuition, detaching us from our spirituality. So when we become adults, through repetition of the 3D world, we make great housewives, we make great domesticated human beings, females, while the men got to be selfish their whole childhood. And when they become adults, they don't see anything wrong with being selfish. They don't see anything wrong with just going to work and having to take care of those responsibilities, because in their mind, this is how the system is set up. But in order to get us to convince us that that's the way it's supposed to be, we had to grow up faster, to give men more time to be children. And that's why at their older age, they're still children, and we're still trying to parent them at an older age. So unless you were tapped into your feminine nature as a young boy and you were able to play with trucks, right? What I'm trying to say, because I'm getting all over the place because I got distracted with your question, is pretty much I'm describing all that to say, as an adult, yes, I got into a relationship and he was a cheater and he was a liar. But he was a cheater and he was a liar because I role played with my main character that way majority of my life as a child, when my intuition and my imagination was most curated. It was most potent. My emotions were invested in it, and my attention was given to it undividedly. So as an adult, we're playing out our childhood fantasies and have forgotten that our inner child was pretty much holding the key to our future. See, our future self was already letting our young version of ourselves know, hey, you're going to meet a guy, he's going to cheat on you, and he's going to do X, Y, and Z. We role played it because it came as an idea. But that was really our future self speaking to us and letting us know what to look out for. Right? But because we were stopped from that communication of being able to communicate with our higher self, we no longer had quiet time to play anymore. We had to cook, we had to clean, we had to take care of other people, we had to grow up fast. So you don't have time to sit down and listen to your higher self give you premonition, okay? You don't have time. But every time we were going to sleep, it was as if we were reliving the same day over and over and over again. So somewhere in the middle of it, your future self is saying, "Hey, listen, I'm telling you this now. I'm telling you how I got us out of this situation. I'm telling you how I used the very thing that I used to do when you were a kid to get me out of a toxic relationship, to get me out of this situation. It's the same intelligence that you've been tapping into since you were a jit. You just didn't know it was that same intelligence. It's imagination, it's vision. They perished you by separating you from it and giving you the 3D. And so now you're so caught up in the 3D world that you feel like the 3D world is more real. So they flipped it like an illusion. The 3D world now becomes more real than your spiritual realm. But when you were a little girl, when you were little kids, your imagination was more real than your physical world. You have to get back to that. And this week, this is what your future self has been waiting for you to put two and two together, because it's how you're going to stay aligned to the timeline that your future self is already experiencing. See, your future self must be very, very spiritual, very, very smart, and like you arrived and you're still thriving. But you got a couple characters. Okay? You have some villains in your life, and you got to point them out. You want to know your enemy's hand, right? You want to know your enemy's hand. The hardest thing for good people to realize about bad people, with air quoted, okay, is that the more you don't want to know what your enemy is up to, bad people, the more of an advantage that they have to take advantage of you, because they know that you're annoyed with knowing about their shit. But when you have emotional intelligence, okay, and you observe the situation from a third person perspective. Sometimes you got to step out your body, step out your skin, and you got to observe it like a person playing Sims. You got to get out of the character role, get out of your own shit, and you have to start clicking the mouse button. You have to start becoming the person playing the game. Until you're ready to step into the creator role, until you're ready to transition into creator, where you pick the traits, you wield it, then you're going to be on a negative will where you are allowing the universe, okay, or anyone else's intentions that gets a hold of you to push its own agenda and its own narrative. Right? The biggest thing that they did was to convince you that you were not a creator. Convince you that you were not already creating the moment you got here. We came here perfect, right? We came here already with our spiritual eyes. We already knew, right? It's just us retrieving that information in our Akashic, us going into that realm, using our imagination, becoming childlike again, and tapping into that intelligence. We've been playing with it since we were a kid. We've been saying it. So there are males that had a very wild and vivid imagination as a child, whether they were playing with dinosaurs or they were playing cops and robbers, right? And then you get to an adult age and all of a sudden you're in the army, and it's like, well, damn, who would have thought Now you're saying, who would have thought I would have joined the army or I would have joined the police academy? When I was a kid, I did it all the time. So your inner child was role playing the future. Your inner child was letting you know that, hey, in the future, you're actually doing this. And your future self is coming back to visit your younger self and giving you all the intelligence, giving you all the, like, hey, you like it here. We do this, we do that. That's how it is. And so the only reason why things are always waiting or coming in for you, Taurus, is because the universe is waiting for you to become the creator. The universe is waiting for you to remember what you used to do when you were a child. And then if there's anything that, this is the traveling aspect, because your future self can tell you, right? I'm going to use myself as an example, right? So what did I do? Okay, so when I was a kid, what did I do? Shit. When I stopped playing with Barbies and dolls, because I played with dolls until I was like 12, okay? So I was a child for a long time. Even though I had to be an adult, have responsibilities and chores, I still made time. Like my free time was still playing with dolls, okay? Then it shifted to creating, right? Then I got into art. And then from art, I got into, I think I was like 8. National Treasure and putting, mystery and putting pieces together, X-Files. Like solving world cases was like a thing for me. I don't know the fuck why. Long story short, like reading books and then decoding the books. Those were like my fun things to do. And then I watched one movie, right? And what was the movie? It was Practical Magic. I was convinced that that I had a forever person. And I did not want, I already knew my intuition. It's like I had a knowing that I was going to meet someone like the person that I was communicating with psychologically, right? When I was a child. When I was playing Barbies, the role play that I told y'all about with having that whole dramatic third party energy and X, Y, and Z, I felt like that was real. And then when I got older, I didn't like that narrative, but I felt like because I had played with it so much, because I thought I was playing with it, but my future self was saying, hey girl, you actually met that motherfucker. And he took you down some roads, and I'm trying to tell you how it all played out. And so we characterized it. Then I wanted to change it, but I felt like I couldn't change it. So when I saw Practical Magic, I did everything. I did the whole spell because I was like, please God, I don't want to I don't want to play with that person that I met at the Barbie house. I don't want Ken. I don't want Ken at all. But my intuition was telling me that I was going to I was still going to meet that person. And this is why I say, I'm not saying this to be superstitious where it's like, oh, well, if you didn't tap in or if you didn't play, then you would have never met that soul. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that it's already written. That's why it's no coincidence. It's already happening. Your future self is just preparing your younger self for what it's about to go through. It's like, hey, I got to let you know something. You're going to meet someone later on in life. They're going to fuck you up. But you're going to be all right. How many of you can say that you remember having that conversation or hearing that voice when you were a kid telling you like, this is going to be a bad experience, but it's going to be all right? That is your future self going back to speaking to your younger self. so that way you don't internalize it as much as possible in a really, really bad way. So if you've ever seen the movie Practical Magic, it was pretty much she never wanted to be in love, right? Yeah, she never wanted to be in love because she never wanted to have her heart broken. Just for her to fall in love and have her heart broken. Where'd you find it? In the what? Oh man, good thing I didn't call. That would have been crazy, right? I didn't want my heart broken. Just for, and so I created, and Taurus, this is Taurus energy. I'm a Taurus, okay? I created the perfect star, the perfect person in my imagination. From when I was a kid, I thought I was creating that person because I did not want that person to exist. And so I didn't want to believe it would exist. Now that I am older and everything in my life has been playing out because I can remember my childhood memories. Because I can remember my childhood memories, I recall half the shit I done been through. I can recall all of that information. And so think about the narrative. At this age in my life, I don't want to have a broken heart. So therefore, I don't want to be in love. So I push love away. I prefer to be on my own. But with the star energy, in the movie, what happened? The person that's supposed to be not real is actually a real person. And that's what's about to play out. Like this week is going to be a lot of confirmations about like dreams. Y'all could be getting dreams with the North Node energy, dreams from your future self with the star energy, giving you permission to open your heart. If you've been feeling as if certain things are going to happen in your life, it is. But I do feel like your future self is trying to tell you, like, put you up on game with this tarot energy, and trying to tell you, like, you need to, like, write a book, write a script, write something, speak it, cast it, just like you did when you were a kid. You know what I'm saying? Just like you did. The Empress energy. You have to create it. You have to be the author. That's the power of divine feminine. Six of Swords, because you have, I'm telling you, some of y'all got a karmic that is not giving up without a fight. Okay, Seven of Swords, and they know it. Some of y'all it's I don't know who your villains are. Everybody got different villains, but it's spiritual warfare all through and through this bitch, all week long. But your future self is saying, don't run from it, don't hide from it. Don't be scared of it. Your most valuable possession during this time is your imagination. So you don't like the way something is playing out, cast a new spell. If you don't like the narrative, narrate yourself up out of this motherfucker. You don't like what's happening around you, you have the ability to tap into that infinite intelligence and capture the vision, hold it, and then poetically write yourself into that existence. That's how it is. I can't tell you how it worked. I tried to give y'all an example about how you always did it when you was a kid, but if you have a blocked heart chakra or you struggle with tapping in with your inner child, it may be hard to do it. But that's how you're going to keep this karmic energy from trying to change your destiny. Because at this point, that's what's trying to happen. You got someone trying to change your destiny because they don't want to let you go. They already knew. They already know how it ends. Okay? They already know how it ends. They know that they lose. And they know that because they refuse to take acceptance, because they refuse to change, they can't have you. They want you to stay in y'all. They want y'all to stay in your domestic roles. It's like stay domesticated to this operating system. Stay domesticated to this belief system. And those limited belief systems, they never give you shit except waking up in the same hell every single day. Okay? That's the secret. Nine of Pentacles. That's the secret. That's the secret, y'all. Over the next 7 days, somebody gonna get it. Somebody gonna get it. 8 of Wands, and you're gonna take off with that shit. And you're gonna run, and I'm gonna be able to tap into the energy, and I'm gonna be able to be like, keep going all week long. You're gonna make my week beautiful because I'm gonna be able to cheer you on, and I'm gonna be able to be like, yeah, boom, we manifesting this, boom, 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 easy. It's gonna be an easy week for me as a reader. Okay? And everybody else that ain't on this level, pay attention. Because the more, don't give up on showing up and just listening and being present. Because the more you're present and the more you see it happening for more Tauruses and more Tauruses and more Tauruses, the more you will start to believe differently. The more that you'll start to allow the transformation to happen. All right? The rose-colored glasses will crack. Your belief systems you'll start critically questioning your belief systems, and eventually something will click. And it may not happen this week, but those that get it, y'all need undivided attention this week. Y'all need, because y'all are being like, okay, I'm here. Y'all told me to make a left at the corner. I done made the left. Now what's next? And they're going to be people and guides that are they are already lined up waiting for you to get you out of this war zone, because you are in a war zone. And you played this play over and over and over again in the spiritual realm. In the spiritual realm, we have like completely different avatars. We look different, but your soul going to recognize that person's soul. And when they speak, it's almost like you're going to remember what happened on the battlefield. And then when you wake up, it's like, you know who to go find, you know where to go. And that's how we're going to make the plays this week. That's how we're going to be making the plays. Okay? Because you tapped in. And this is the tap in that they didn't want y'all to have. They didn't want y'all to know how to tap into your higher self, how to tap into God's source. They don't want you to know how to tap into that. They keep that locked in a vault, right? And only the people at the top get to tap into that, right? But a lot of times when you're tapping into something else, they control the narrative. When you're tapping into another belief system or operating system, they give you the visions that they want you to have. They give you the dreams that they want you to have. And they control how your story ends. And typically the story ends with you being derailed, blackballed, and put into a psych ward. That's not going to happen over here. No. Because you are tapped into the original source. Okay, the original code. So, let's talk about your finances. Let's talk about your finances over the next 7 days. Because I see a lot of victory. Confirmations, if you've been hearing something about, I don't know, the Dead Sea, black salt. Mystery. I feel like this week you're going to meet like a group of people or multiple people that know a lot about something that I'm speaking about. Like they know about magnetism. They know like your operating system, you're on a clean slate, you're on a clean grid. Yes, you are. And so you're going to be meeting people that it could be networking as well. I feel like you're going to find like a tribe, a group of people that are telling you exactly what you need to know or hear. Yeah, because you have the angels here. Yeah. I don't know. I think you're going to be happy this week. Something about you being happy this week. Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, you working smart, not hard. All right. You working smart, not hard. That means that you working less. You're having more fun and you're working less. You're in divine play this week, okay? So, divine play. Knight of Wands in reverse. So when you're in divine play, you take more risk. Okay, so for all my Tauruses this week, prepare to sound crazy and take a lot of risks this week. Huh. Like you're barely working and feel like you're barely working and someone is going to try to attach to you. Ten of Swords. Somebody's going to try to attach to you. Who is this? What is this? This feels more like a spiritual week. I feel like I'm more in the 5D than I am the 3D. Like we keep bouncing back and forth between both. Give me a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Something like that. Yeah, we have Frozen in reverse. What is this? Rewards. Investment in reverse. And then we have Looking. Reflection in reverse. Okay, so you got a lot of money coming in this week with rewards. But like I said, this is 5D energy. So it's like, think of yourself like a bubble, okay? If anyone plays Sims, I'm going to use this type of example, okay? You press Control, Shift, C, and you got the little bar that comes up. Now, whatever you type in there is going to be your cheat code. This week, you're going to be given some type of spiritual cheat code into the matrix, right? Now, this cheat code is going to be something that you're not supposed to know. But some way, somehow, you just going to know it. It's going to come up like someone get, like the universe, the divine giving you, like lottery numbers, right? Or it's a gamble and you just know who gonna win. That's how it's gonna manifest. And so if you was experiencing any type of stagnancy of any sort, you get the cheat code and it's like, ha ha, I got the cheat code. I'm out of this bitch. I'm into a new paradigm. And whoever that motherfucker is, I don't know if it's a boss, however this person gonna play out, this could literally be someone that wanted you to, like they was manifesting against you or doing spell works against you to like get you to partner with them, to get you to collaborate with them professionally. And they were sure that fucking with you spiritually was going to mess up your finances, right? And then you would be desperate enough when they come in, whatever offer they give you, you would take it. Now, it could show up like that at a job interview, right? And you're like, I don't feel like I should have to compromise my pay rate. You know what I'm saying? But because you got denied so many times, the reason you got denied so many times is because somebody put out a little prayer, or somebody put out a spiritual manifestation. Like, they could be a supervisor, a manager, and they're like, hey, I want to hire somebody, and I want that person to accept $12 an hour. And no matter who they are, I'm not going to stop interviewing people until I find somebody that wants $12 an hour. Well, some way, somehow, the universe aligns y'all characters to come across each other, cross each other's paths. And this person is saying, I want you. Now you're overqualified for the position, but they want you to settle for $12. But you know you're overqualified for the position. So now the universe is testing you to see if you will settle for that. And they're testing the other person's demands to see if they would be fair in the situation. Now, this could play out one or two ways. It just depends on what the divine is asking of both characters, right? Characters are people. Your test is one of knowing your worth. And the other person's test is one of acceptance, accepting this person's no and not trying to negotiate them and to change their mind. So you're going to meet somebody that's pretty much you're going to meet a couple people this week that is going to try to get you to negotiate or compromise. And you're going to be able to tell the thing that they're going to struggle with is, I believe that I could have whatever I want, and you're someone that I want, and you're telling me no. And so they'll let you leave, but understand that they're blocking other areas of your life. Now, the only way that they could block other areas of your life is if you believe that they have the ability to block you to begin with. If you believe that they have the ability to block you, then they will block you. If you know that the energy that they're even using to manifest with, to get you, belongs to you to begin with, then you already have the power. So whatever intention that you countersuit with, that is the one that will override theirs, because it's your confidence, right? And now here's where it gets tricky, because I talked to y'all earlier about having confidence and knowing that when you ask for something, that it supersedes all other requests. It does. It really does. And they want to convince you that it doesn't. And so they're going to check to see if you're really like serious. Like whoever this person is. And so now this person want to make physical contact, because trying to fuck with you spiritually hasn't been working. So somebody's going to try to make physical contact with you. Influence. I told you this is all about influence. They may reach out to you directly. Child. All I know is this is some gatekeeping. You don't belong here. If you want to be here, you got to play by my rules. Where are y'all? Where are we? Y'all must be in a very like closed, like maybe this is like a closed energy, you know, where they may be telling you that you got to go through chain of command to get here. Like you can't just skip levels. You got to go through it. They want you to climb a ladder. But Spirit told you, you don't have to climb nobody's ladders. So as long as you keep saying to yourself, I do not have to climb a ladder. I do not have to climb nobody's ladder. I do not have to play into your game. As long as you remember that, They're trying to convince you that you got to play this game with them and you don't. Yes, the Hierophant. Some of y'all, it's just like a belief system. Like, I promise you, if people could try to make you feel like they can ruin your reputation and ruin how people perceive you, if you think that you're going to get in, maybe you initiated into something and they try to make you feel like you can't get out of this initiation. There's only like one way in and one way out. Even if you pay for it, you pay your way out of it, they still don't want to let you go because they trying to convince you that you stuck into it. This is that type of energy where somebody's saying like you can never work in this city, you can never work in this town, never work in this industry again. Blackballing type of energy, limiting your influence, your reach, or something like that. But I feel like all these issues that I'm even describing, you're giving it too much attention this week. You're giving it too much power. You gotta take your power. You have to understand that your attention is just that valuable, right? Your emotional currency is more valuable than you physically leaving your house and going to sit at a bar. The emotions that is stimulated through you over and over and over again from the comfort of your home, and you never even have to leave, that's the most valuable currency. So what's your solution in this situation? Because I'm a problem solver. I can't sit around and look at problems all day and not offer a solution. Many choices. This is meant to be like an energy that blocks you. You got to innovate your way out of this. You have to, like, spirit's trying to crack a code inside of you. And so they put your back up against the wall, and it's meant to make you think of many ways out of it. It's meant to trigger a gift inside of you. So really, yes, until you assert yourself and you get your confidence back, you will feel this energy trying to claim you back. Yeah, you gotta be resourceful. You gotta let your imagination run wild. You gotta stop caring so much. You gotta stop people pleasing. You gotta stop wondering what the next person is thinking so much. You know, you gotta move in silence. You gotta say less, do less, and allow shit to come to you. The more mysterious you are, the more valuable you are. It's a whole nother language that you gotta learn. And you have the type of guides that are hands-on teachers. They gonna throw you out there in the mud. They're not gonna tell you what to do. They're not gonna give you the answer, spoon feed you. They expecting you to learn sink or swim. Sink or fucking swim. These are master teacher guides, which means that you got a very important role to play in this lifetime. And so they're using the people that you love to get you angry and irritated, to get you out your own way. Yeah, family, friends. So I feel like this attachment is meant to monitor you. This spirit has to monitor you because it's reporting back to a higher source, and that higher source is the divine. So remember, all types, all levels of beings work for the divine. They all play a role, even the bad guys. That's just what chess is. It's not checkers. Okay. Yeah, we have time. They're like, get on with it. Get on with it. They want you to do something. All right. If you don't catch on, then you're going to get your heart broken. All right. This entire dynamic is either you or them, sink or swim, fight or flight. It's triggering something inside of you to get you to boss up, level up, or something like that. So if you know that you are an avoidant Taurus, or you're avoiding conflict, you're avoiding this, you're avoiding debt, you're avoiding that, life is about getting your hands dirty. Life is about thriving. Okay, when a child is learning how to walk and the child falls down, it's not spending all day long thinking about how it fell down. They just keep trying and trying and trying. This whole simulation is about you trying repetitiously. Foundation in reverse, because it's getting you out of this stability mindset. It's like breaking traits about you being a Taurus. Like you're being broken down so you can be rebuilt. Yeah, intuition. Yeah. So you can learn how to listen to your heart, because you have a direct channel between the intellect of your mind and your heart chakra. Those two need to be able to communicate simultaneously at the same time as you go about this paradigm. Now, when you cross that and you split that connection, and a lot of times that connection is split through religion, right? Being crucified, being ostracized, being penalized, all those different negative experiences makes you not trust the connection that gave you the idea to try the thing. You get what I'm saying? And so you have to go through these experiences so you can learn to trust your higher self again, trust your God consciousness. And until you realize that it was something that was restricting that, something keeps restricting that communication. Yeah, it's someone that wants a second chance. Every time you get free, they come in trying to restrict that God communication. Love is the only thing. The love for people. Yes, my love. Yes. And I feel like with silence here, something about peace. Someone gets very afraid when you stay silent too long and you don't say anything, because they feel like when you're in that silent energy, you're amplifying your magnetism. Okay? You're amplifying your magnetism. And when you amplify your magnetism, you can teleport your ass somewhere else. Spirit, teleport. Don't they have alcohol called teleport? That's what someone is they're working with spirits. They probably drink, okay? Emotional storm, drinking, smoking, getting sad. They could be fucking and doing all types of weird stuff. They doing all types of manifestation to spiritually pull on you. Perspective. Ooh. Whatever you're going through emotionally, this is going to be a hint, hint, clue, clue. You take that and you manifest with it into some type of creative project. If you change the way you look at things, you can see everything in a brand new light that will help you get where you want to be. All right? You have better off. Oh, it died. You have better off. Happiness, clear headspace. All right, so let's say you going through something, you write a song about it. Everything that this person puts you through, or these people put you through, is meant to be a harvest. It's meant to be a reward. It's a gift. You just got to break it down like a pound by the pound, and you got to process it, all right? Put it on every shelf. Distribute it. Become a distributor. Distributor. That's what they said. So your spirit guides want to tell you, and I'm about to wrap it up. Um, your spirit guides wants to tell you that you're about to accumulate a lot of money and wealth and legacy. And there's something about your legacy in specifically. So if you are a man and let's say your legacy looks like it's supposed to finally, you're supposed to do something that your father never did or that your family never did. If you're a woman, you're supposed to do something that your mother never did. So let's say you had a mother that had children but had to work so much that they weren't able to make memories with their child or you. Then you're meant to be have an experience where you're a mother and you get to continue the legacy of what it feels like to be able to not to work so much so you could be there for your child. That's a part of your legacy. And the same thing with if you're a man. Let's say you were a man and your father was never there for you or he left your mom. You're meant to be able to have a legacy where you're in a family unit and that child, your child, gets to have that family unit. However, you won't be able to have that legacy if you are dealing with a karmic. If you're dealing with someone that is ostentatious, someone that only cares about themselves, but likes to portray themselves to be more abundant than they are, then they are considered someone that lacks self-awareness and accountability. And if you're spending the rest of your life constantly telling them that they need to take accountability, you will never be able to fulfill your legacy. Okay? So as much as you want to love and care for those that are not putting in the work, it's all about putting in the work. If they're not putting in the work, they can't go with you. Y'all guys are very like non-negotiables. And the fact that your guides are non-negotiable like this, I feel like it's because you're like a star. You're like a real star. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles. I'm telling you, your guides is saying a lot of y'all that think that you're going to be single for the rest of your life and you're never going to find love. You're going to find love. Where you least expect it too. You got a Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This person, I'm telling you, with the star, the Six of Wands and the star, what does that tell you? All my tarot readers out there, they're in the public eye. They're a star. They're important. You're important. Ten of Swords in reverse. I'm telling you. So y'all need to get on your purpose. So for those that are on your purpose, like it's really about to happen for you. And I feel like this week you're going to get a lot of downloads. I don't know how you're going to get the downloads. Ooh, intuitively. You're going to get downloads intuitively. You know, y'all ever saw the shows Travelers? And you know how the future used to send back messages through like children, random children. So random people outside is going to be giving you downloads and messages about what date is going to happen, where you're going to be, what to prepare for. Like, you're going to get all your messages through signs and synchronicities for real, for real. I'm not joking. Look at that, the Wheel of Fortune and the fucking Sun. Taurus. Your guides is like, trust me. Trust me. You can't miss this even if you, this is the important week this week, Taurus. This is this week right here. I wanna jump up and scream for joy for y'all. Like, for real. Whatever was making someone feel hesitant about attention, hesitant about anything. Like there was like your person was feeling hesitant about like believing that they deserve it, or believing that it's really happening to them, or believing that it's not a prank. And this week they open their heart. Someone opens their heart, like it's just bursting wide open, and you're gonna know. This is so beautiful, Taurus. This is so beautiful. Oh my God. The Queen of Wands. This is about your, this week is about your confidence. Fuck it. It's about your confidence. You shining, and you just loving yourself and loving life. It's so attractive, it's so magnetic. Man, this is why they wanted, this is why these other lower vibrations wanted you to fear change. They wanted you to fear change and what to expect, and if you would like it there, if you would be alone, if you would feel sad. And so all those thoughts and stuff like that, that's like, I feel like this week is the last week. It's going to be purged out entirely. Somebody is having their like a whole factory reset. And whatever program your Buzz Lightyear was operating off of, that shit is turned off. And, you know, you on free play this week. You free. You pulled a confidence card in your reading. I'm telling you. Let's get your closing message and we out of here. Hi, Aziza. Yeah, y'all on a new playlist. I'm telling you, it says soulmate. Bruh. Listen. I know I be talking all over the place sometimes because spirit just be having me go in. But it's time to celebrate. Fuck it. It's time to celebrate. All eyes on you. Okay? Transformation on overdrive this week. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel like you're accomplishing a lot of things. You're going to get confirmation from your future self. Your future self is like, hey, listen, this is what we're doing. This is what X, Y, Z. Listen, keep up. All right, your feet may get tired, but don't let go of my hand. I got you. It's beautiful. All right, you guys. I love you. Y'all have a wonderful week. I'll see y'all sprinkled throughout the week between the main channel and the membership side. And again, this is the last week for everybody that is a member, whether you are a Lovebirds member or you're a Stay Nested member. I think the 25th is the last day that you can submit for a $20 question through PayPal or Cash App. The slots are still open, okay? But Friday is going to be the last day. I close the list after that. And then on the 1st, November 1st, we're going to do the live stream. And everybody that's on the list that paid $20 per question, I'm going to be doing it then. I will not be taking any more personal readings on this channel unless I feel called to. But as far as personal readings, there will be no more website. There will be no more personal anything. It's strictly on live streaming for the collective Taurus energy or on my other channels. Outside of that, I enjoyed reading personally for everybody that ever got a personal reading. But yeah, this is just a way for me to say thank you as I say goodbye or see you later for personal readings, all right? But I just wanted to let y'all know. And I'll see y'all throughout the week, y'all. Bye.